What is up guys, Rex here, and today we're going to do a top 10 list. Today we're going to talk about my top 10 favorite Godzilla figures of Godzilla himself. So let's get to it. Starting off with number 10, we got Godzilla Rex from the Godzilla vs. Gigan Rex short film. I love this figure. This figure is very detailed, it's very well sculpted, but it lacks in the paint job department. Why? Because the tip of it still isn't painted. These dorsal spines aren't painted, and I think it would have used this figure would have gone well with a dry brush of some sort, like a dark gray dry brush, something like that, so it can bring out the details and you know, and the scope on this figure. Well, anyways, that's number 10. Now let's go to number 9. Number 9, it has to go with the, I don't know what's it called, but it's an exclusive figure of a store in Japan, I think. But it's the Bandai Monster series, something exclusive Godzilla figure. It is the 8-inch version, so yeah. This figure, I love it because I like how he looks like when he killed King Ghidorah in the movie. His spines glow yellow, and then he shoots his atomic breath, a spiral ray. You know what happens in the movie, right? And he kills King Ghidorah. So yeah, this Godzilla figure, I love it. I was gonna get the original one, but I don't think I need it. So yeah, I think I'm good with this one. Has great points of articulation. It has moved. Has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points of articulation. And it's a soft vinyl, so yeah, it's very soft. So yeah, now let's go to number 8. Number 8. Even though I don't love this movie, I gotta give it to this figure too, the number 8 spot, because I'm not a huge fan of this Godzilla, but this figure turned out to be very well, and I'm very happy that I got it. It is the translucent Shin Godzilla. As you can see, it's translucent. This isn't the original version. This is the translucent Shin Godzilla from SH Monster Arts. So yeah, I got this figure at the mall, at Ace Collectors, Plaza Las Americas, and I do not regret it. I do enjoy this figure a lot. This figure, even though it's not perfect, the paint job on the teeth are not perfect. Other than that, it's a well-made figure. And I think it's better than the original because at least when the paint scrapes off, it's not gonna look ugly, because this figure is color-based, is a translucent red. So yeah. Let's go to number 7. Number 7, I gotta give it to Godzilla Ultima from the Blu-ray set. I think it's the Blu-ray set, right? Yeah. And I love this figure because all the details it has, the dry brush it has, the translucent spines, the metallic blue around the tail. Yes, this is metallic blue. It doesn't look like metallic blue for some reason on the video, but yeah, it looks awesome. I really do love this figure. It's better than the original one. I used to have the original one, but I sold it so I can get this one. So yeah. If you guys want this figure, you should get it. Like, if you love Godzilla Ultimate, this is one figure to get. So yeah, now let's go to number 6. Now, number 6, I gotta give it to Godzilla 1975 movie monster series. Why? Because this is probably my favorite, if not my second favorite Godzilla design of the Showa era. It looks badass. I mean, it doesn't look that badass, but for something that's from the 70s, he looks badass. I do like the highlights that he has, the articulation that can move 360. The arms can move, but the tail doesn't move. So yeah, that's not a glue seal. So yeah, too bad, right? So yeah, now let's go to number 5. Number five. I gotta give it to the Godzilla 1964 movie monster series, which was recently released this year. So yeah, this figure I do love it. It's it's I just wish the spine paint the paint could have went all the way all to the tail to the tip, but you cannot win always. But other than that, this figure is pretty amazing. The sculpt and detail are really spot on. The articulation is great. Can move his arms, his legs, and his head. Similar to the 1975 because his tail doesn't move on this one. So yeah. This is Godzilla 1964. So now let's go to number I think number 4. Yeah, number 4. Number 4, I gotta give it to Bandai Movie Monster Series Heat Ray version of Godzilla 2000. I really do enjoy this figure, like a lot. Look at that. Look at this figure. I do enjoy the dry brush of the silver on his skin. Even though I just wish it had it on his chest too, but it's okay. The spines, I do enjoy these spines. These metallic blue spines, I really do enjoy. So yeah, tail, pretty nice. Only 4 points of articulation. Only the arms and legs, but that's okay. So yeah, now let's go to number 3. So number 3, I gotta get to the Hiya Toys Godzilla 2019 Monster vs. Goji, Legendary Goji. So yeah, I love this figure. It used to be my favorite Godzilla figure in my collections, but there's other 2 figures that I have that I'm like, you know what? I prefer these 2 figures over this guy. But yeah, I really do enjoy this guy. It's a pretty nice figure. So yeah, get them when you can. I mean, you can not. Maybe you cannot get this version of the figure, but you can get the 2021 updated version of this guy and the pre-evolved Hiya Toys Godzilla, which I'm not gonna get because I already have this one. I prefer the paint job on this one because it has like more details, more paint. Even though it's kind of messy, but I do still enjoy this figure. So yeah, now let's go to number 2. It would have been a sin if I didn't put this figure on my list. I gotta give it to, for number 2 spot, I gotta give it to the 1954 SH Monster Arts. This is actually the second reissue, the 3rd time this guy was released, so yeah. I love this figure. This figure is very well detailed, very sculpted, has nice articulation. Nothing pops out on me, so yeah. The tail is one of the best tails on the SH Monster Arts line. Move it very well. Look at that. Look at that. And it holds its pose, so yeah. That's a plus. So yeah, this is the Godzilla 1954 figure on the number 2 spot. Now let's go to number 1. So let's go to number 1. I have to, I have to put this guy on number 1 because he's my favorite Godzilla design. It's the Godzilla 1991 X Plus Yuji Sakai version. I don't remember the name of this figure. I don't know if it has other names, but this figure is pretty damn amazing. This is my most expensive figure in my collection. It's very well detailed, sculpt is outstanding. It doesn't have articulation, but it doesn't need it. This figure is pretty well made and it aged very well because this is actually almost a 8-year-old figure and it aged quite well. So yeah, look at that face. Yeah, I love this guy. Yeah, here's the side, here's the front, the back, and here's the other side. So yeah guys, that's it for today guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hit the like button, subscribe, turn on notifications. We're almost to a 1K subscriber, so yeah. So yeah, that's it for today guys. Stay big G fans. Peace.